Good. Well, we are live. Good morning to everybody at Stack Trading. Good morning to everybody on YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. Um, I hope everyone had a great weekend. I hope everyone had a great first week of 2021. I can tell you, me personally, I had a phenomenal week. I beat my expectations. And this week, I am just ready to dominate. My mindset for today is the following. We're starting off on Monday. Lots of opportunities. Taj and I are about to go over them. I want to make my first couple of trades base hits. What do I mean by that? I'm not going to try to swing a home run in the first couple trades. It's a new week. Even though we had a solid week last week, let me start off this week as if, we're starting from zero. Let me just get some wins in. Let me get some, quick money. And then as we're building onto those base hits, we can then swing bigger and make a slam dunk, make a home run by the end of the day. I want to be done today by 11 o'clock, right? And I'm sure you guys do as well. There's a lot of solid opportunities, and I know Taj is excited. I'm excited. So let's just get right to it. So, Neo. We've been talking about Neo in the trading room since like Saturday because Neo and NVIDIA made a partnership. They're working together on just expanding the product, the technology of electric vehicles. Neo had Neo Day, their 4th annual Neo Day. I did read a little bit about it and saw their new sedan, which looks really, really nice. And apparently, their sedan, the range on that sedan is like 600 plus miles, whereas Tesla's sedan that competes with it is like shy of 300. It's quite an incredible product. It's not available just yet. It's going out in 2020. But we're not here to talk about the product. We're here to talk about the stock. The stock is gapping up to $65. Closed at $58.92. Bank of America. I trade with Merrill Edge, so I was able to read in detail their full 7-page report. Their bull case on Neo is $92. Base case is $70. Bear case is about $44, $45. When you have analysts like Bank of America saying that at the best case scenario with current sales projections and whatever, the current business as it stands, bull case is $92. So I'm not saying this thing is going to straight up to 92 today. However, I did mention, I think on the weekend, we could see 60 to 65, and here we go. It's slowing down at 65, bull flagging. So what do I see? If it breaks above 65.84, go long. Buy 66 calls, 67 calls. You can even swing this if you want to, if the momentum continues to the upside. Be careful swinging it though, only because when I pull up the daily chart on this sucker, it is in overbought territory. RSI at the daily is 74.44. The upper Bollinger Band is at 60. Stock is trading at 65. So I'd just be a little concerned if it does pull back a little bit. I would love Neo to pull back so that we can get in at a little bit of a better price, let the stock cool down, and rip it to the upside. Technically, the stock broke out. This thing in 1 year, guys, is going to be over $100. Mark my words. So if you want to add this boy to your retirement account, go do it. I'm not saying this is going to be another Tesla, but it could be. So NVIDIA is also on my watch list as well. Why? NVIDIA is in partnership with Neo. I just think the two stocks are going to be pretty solid today. So NVIDIA is trading at $539.74. Right now, the way I see it, if it breaks below 538, I'd actually short NVIDIA. If it breaks above 540, I'd go long, put my stops at 538. Really tight trade there. That's the opportunity that I see with NVIDIA. Baidu. Baidu has been a monster trade. We traded Baidu the last couple days, made some really good money, and Baidu is trading at all-time highs. RSI on the daily is at 82.53, so it is extended, it is overbought. It is trading above the upper Bollinger Band by about 6 points, so not too far out, but it is getting a little overbought. Today it gapped up all the way to about 256, sold off to 242 and change. Right now it's at 248. So what do I see on Baidu? If it breaks above 248.50, you can go long. You can put your stops probably at 247. If you want to give it a little bit more room, 246. I'd rather see maybe a little bit more of consolidation, bull flag setup, tighten the risk a little bit more because the range on it is pretty wide. But needless to say, Baidu is in play today. For whatever reason, guys, if the market sells off, Baidu is one that I'm going to look to short, and also Tesla. Tesla, Bank of America comes out today, $900 price target, highest price target on Wall Street. It's selling off today, guys. It's just got a lot of pressure. It's overbought. I mean, come on. We've been riding this sucker since the 600s. Actually, no. We've been riding this sucker since the 400s when it came out, when news came out that it was going to join the S&P 500. So we've been Tesla, probably the last 3 months, has been my most profitable trade probably in the last 3 months because of just the massive move it's had. I don't swing Tesla. I day trade Tesla. And obviously, had you swung it, you would have made way more money. But needless to say, day trading it has been very profitable. Right now, RSI on the daily, 79. It's trading above the upper Bollinger Band. So you guys already know it. It's a little overextended. So here's what I see on Tesla. If Tesla right now breaks below, I would say 859. I may consider to short it, put tight stops at 862. If it breaks pre-market lows of 852, I am definitely going to be involved in those puts. However, if Tesla turns back around and wants to rally because of that $900 price target, don't be afraid to go long. If it definitely trades above 866, we should be in 870 calls to ride this sucker up. I don't know whether it's going to gap fill or sell off. I do not have a crystal ball. That's why I share with you guys my long case and my short case, right? Because we are technical traders. We trade the chart. I don't care if it goes to 0. I don't care if it goes to 2,000. All I know is that we're going to be involved in the trend, in the move. So that's kind of like what I see on Tesla right now. And Tesla is going to be on my A list for sure today. So I already shared with you Tesla, Baidu, Nvidia, NIO. Those are 4 stocks that are going to be on my A list today. Another stock that's on my A list is BOEING. Man, BOEING just doesn't get a break. Unfortunately, you guys saw the news that I shared with you all, and you probably saw it all over the news as well. An aircraft crashed, probably like 2 minutes after takeoff, right? The thing about the aircraft is that it was a 20-year-old aircraft, but the point is that it's a Boeing aircraft, and that's the problem. So some analysts were saying it shouldn't affect the stock too much, and it's a third-hand aircraft too. Yeah, I get it. It was an older aircraft, but it freaking crashed, and it's a Boeing aircraft. I mean, come on. That is just not good reputation. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even feel comfortable flying. I'm supposed to go to DC next month. I'd rather drive to DC, man. I don't want to. And you know what plane they got me on? The 737 Max. You're gonna kiss my ass, bro. I'm not getting on that plane. So whatever. I'm not here to talk about my sentiments. Let's talk about the chart. So it's selling off, and if it breaks below 201, I'm shorting it. Yeah, I'm driving up there, bro. If it trades higher, if we start seeing reclaiming of about 202.60, you can go long, put your stops at low a day. Very tight risk, in my opinion, especially for a $200 stock like Boeing. So I like the risk reward on Boeing. I don't care if it rallies or if it sells off. The risk reward is really tight right now. So I really like Boeing. One other name that's going to be on my A list, Twitter. Twitter's been getting crushed. You could pull up the last couple days here. It traded at the high of about 56.50. Now it's trading almost 10 points below it. Here's the thing about Twitter that I am just in my observation. Oversold. This gap down, to me, looks very oversold. Lower Bollinger Band is at 49.84, almost a little over 2 points above its current price. RSI on the daily is at 32.52. Twitter could very well sell off even more. However, I do think that Twitter, with this huge gap down, could be a nice bounce or maybe even a buy opportunity. So, how am I going to trade it? This is what I'm seeing. Let me change my chart to intraday. All right, so if Twitter breaks below 47, definitely buy some 47 puts. We can maybe make some quick money off that. You're going to have to put your stops at about 47.50. Keep your stops very tight. That's a 50-cent risk on that potential trade. If Twitter trades above 47.50, I think we can push this sucker up to 48, maybe even 48.30. If it rallies above 48.30, then you're deep in the money on those calls, right? That's the risk reward that I see on Twitter. I'm gonna remember my trades, my ideas today, very tight ranges, and I like that because the risk reward today is gonna be very small. If you guys are in a trade and the trade goes against you, remember, cut your losses quick and flip the trade if the idea is not working. Okay? Obviously, Taj and I will let you know right off the bat whether, hey, we're cutting our losses, we're going to flip the idea because it's just not playing out. Perfect. Be agile. The key to success in the stock market is risk management, making sure your losses are small, flipping the trade, being agile, and make those winners big winners. All right? That's my A-list, guys. I got some other B-list stocks, but I'm going to transition to Taj so that he has time so that he can go over his A-list. Taj?
Yeah, so I'm just going to add a couple of more names to the list that you have in play already. Pretty much the A-list is going to be composed of a lot of names that Alex has already mentioned. But a couple of other names that I would like to keep an eye on one is Roku. So the reason I like Roku is because any recent news has came out about it over the weekend. It's just due to the fact that it's been one of the more active stocks over the past couple days here. We had that stock breakout of the at least yearly highs. I believe this is all-time highs on Thursday and Friday. And now we are gapping down lightly. It's 9 points, but for Roku, that's not that much.
That's not that much.
It's 5 points. But the reason I like it is because I just want to see what Roku will do today. If we can test that high again around 402.85, then maybe we can continue the momentum to the upside. Obviously, the market is gapping down, so Roku is feeling the effects of that. However, if the market continues to sell off and we see Roku trade below pre-market lows of about 392.50, we can try for a short. The pre-market session, it's not that active, but there is a clear support here, right at 392.50. So if we are able to break that level, if the market starts selling off, we can try the shorts. There's really no support until around 387, 387.50. So we do have a really nice range here to trade it to the downside if it does decide to do that. We would have to throw our stops around like 394.50. So we're looking at about a 2-point risk. But hey, I mean, if we could trade down to 387, you could easily capture a 2-to-1 on this stock. But the main reason behind it, like I said, is just the momentum. Can we have momentum from the continuation on Friday? Another name I really want to keep an eye on today, I know Alex already went over it, but I just want to give a little more attention to it, is Baidu. So Baidu had a really, really solid day on Friday. We had this stock, we were talking about it before pre-market. Hey, maybe it could test the all-time high, right? We weren't expecting it, but hey, maybe. It did much more than that. It not only flipped its all-time high, it like doubled up from there, right? Like the range, it went from the low to the all-time to the prior all-time high. It like doubled that range. So this stock's been on fire. It's really hot, breaking out of a base here, breaking out of a wide bull flag here. However, it is feeling the selling pressure. If you're holding overnight, a Baidu position, you got to be, pretty frustrated with it. It closed right at its all-time high. It's literally 75 cents away from it. And it is a gap up, but it was, it was about 12 points higher just a little around 2 hours ago.
Yep.
So Baidu is experiencing what we call a significant pullback, right? This is not a just slight pullback on the stock. This is probably a mixture of profit taking and maybe even some short sellers capturing it at this price level around 256.
Yep.
But clearly it's going to be traded heavily today. So let's see what it can do. It clearly found support here around like 242.50. So if we're able to hold the support, I really like it if it trades back above, I mean, what is this, 248.50. If it trades back above there, you get those stops right where it's at now, 244.70. So it is a bit of a range, but hey, this stock is moving. So, you know, expect that out of the gates. But if I will say that I'm a little more biased towards the long side with Baidu. I think you're going to at least get like a relief rally from this price point. But hey, like Alex said, I don't have a crystal ball, so let's see what the market's going to show us. But I do like the levels right here around 248.50 for the long. And for the short, if it breaks this 242.50, I think Baidu is going to be in trouble. I think it's going to gap fill at that point. But let's see what we can have happen. I'll also just be keeping a name on Apple, keeping my eye on Apple. Apple is getting crushed right now.
Yeah.
At 132, it's trading below 130 already. And look how active this stock is during the pre-market session. They're, 100,000 shares recently, 200,000 shares. We're at 100,000 shares currently, and we still have a little less than 3 minutes left on this candlestick. So clearly, there's a lot of price action going on with Apple. I don't believe there's any relevant news coming out.
Nope.
I did see a report that I guess Trump is going to be speaking about tech companies, big tech companies, sometime today, I believe. So that could be adding some pressure to these tech stocks. But let's see how it trades. We have support here on Apple around 127.86, so that's about 2 points away. I don't believe I see any other strong support levels. There's support here around 130, so let's see how Apple acts here. But if we continue momentum to the downside, I think Apple could maybe even test that 127.86 level. Remember on Apple, if we're able to reject price action here, this would be an AMA crossing the 20 on the daily to the downside.
Yep.
So this could feel a lot of pressure over the next few days, especially considering a lot of the risks tied to the political realm, right? You have maybe if there's threats to the big tech companies, at least for the short term, that could really shake up the stock a bit. So I really like that. There was one other name that I like. Was it Micron? The last name that I'll have on my list is Micron. I especially like Micron if the market sells off. The reason is look on Friday. As the market was Micron sold off big time.
Yeah.
So
that's crazy.
Just look at the daily chart on that.
That daily chart is nasty.
It's nasty, and look how much volume was traded. This is the most volume, Micron has seen, probably all year. Right at all-time highs, and got a huge sell-off following a good earnings report.
Yep.
So, hey, the proof is in the pudding there. The low from Friday was $77. We're currently trading right now at $76.46. So I really like it if it breaks this pre-market low of $76.30. You can throw stops like right at $76.50, $76.60. So you're looking at about a 30-cent risk. But let me tell you, this looks like the most failed breakout of an all-time high run that I've seen in quite some time. Like, that is a complete reversal.
That's nasty.
Off of a breakout. So I do expect this stock to pull back at least to its 8 MA, if not its 20 MA. That's kind of my expectation on the stock. But remember, we don't marry our ideals here. We just kind of go with what the chart is showing us, and that's what the chart is telling me. So let's see. We had a closing price on Friday at $77.42, so it is gapping down $1. So it's not the biggest move, but it's a considerable move. But let's see. We could, if we want to try a relief bounce, we could try long around here, around 76.65 or so, and then place your stops right here at 76.40. And see if you can get a quick relief bounce.
Tight range. It's a very small risk. Very small risk. Yeah.
Yep, very small risk. It is being, traded not heavily, but there is, some spikes here. 35,000 shares, 40,000 shares.
Right there.
So it is a real move, right? It's not just like it's ping ponging back all over the place because of the spread or something, right?
Right.
So that'll be on my B list as well. But my A list is gonna be I gotta have Tesla on it. Tesla's gonna be on my A list along with NIO. NIO's probably at the very top of my list. I really love what NIO's doing up here, especially with this bull flag that it's forming here. It's holding these levels very, very, very well. So, like Alex said, if we can break above that high 65.85, we could throw stops right here around 65.
Yep.
Have about $1 risk, and hey, let's keep riding NIO until its all-time highs. The RSI, the daily RSI you said is around like 74, 73?
Yeah. It's a little overbought, but it's not too exaggerated, right? Once the RSI starts to get like 80, 85, 90, that's when you have problems.
Right. Yeah, I was just gonna say like NIO has a track record of like the RSI at 70 is like the RSI for 50 on other stocks. Like it just doesn't even phase the name. It's usually like around the 80 mark where NIO you start to feel that it's overbought.
I pulled a level 2 on NIO here. I see 67.90 in the print and then 68.56 as the two next levels. So if NIO gets a bid, if buyers come in and buy this shit up, I mean, it's going to run. This is, you know how people get, man, with these EV names.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, man. It's a lot of excitement. You have, everyone trading it, a lot of retail traders getting in here.
Right.
Institutions, so it's like the perfect storm for everyone to ride this
Big
out.
sellers at 70. 1,400 lot sellers at $70 for NIO. Wow.
Well, there we go. Let's see if NIO can test that level. And the last name that I really have on my list, I really like Twitter here. I think Twitter is price action. Look at the volume on Twitter that it's having currently. You're constantly doing like close to 100,000 shares, even right now during pre-market. So I think Twitter is going to be heavily traded today. There's potential of a double bottom down here, like currently. So if it's able to trade back above like 47.10, 47.20, we could even try for a long right out of the gates. So yeah, that's pretty much going to wrap up my list. We have about a minute left before the market opens. So let's go ahead and choose your favorite stocks, and let's go for base hits today.
Yeah, let's close out this recording for our pre-market analysis. So everyone on YouTube, thanks for tuning in, and comment below if you have any questions. Join our community for free. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.